It is the last edition on the show Sports Lounge. Welcome to the last working day in the first week in the month of July. Yes, and Sport Lounge, I beg your pardon, makes a return today. It is exactly 3 minutes gone past the hour of Sport O'Clock. Yes, at 4 p.m. That is when we take center stage. Giving you the best of sport, or the 4-4-2, 4-3-3-2, 3-5-2 formation, as long as this board of sports is concerned. My name is Franklin Imona, the one you love to call Uncle Fineboy, because I am the finest uncle talking sports in the nation's capital and beyond. Feel free to call me the sport chef. You will certainly be right, because I love dishing sport stories hot and spicy, just the way you like it. On the show this evening, we got stories coming from the camp of Rwanda, from the camp of Benin Republic. Yes, our opponent in the next round of the AFCON qualifiers in the group stage. Yes, our coaches are talking, and of course I will give you the latest on the Tigers as they continue to prepare for the Olympic Games that is scheduled to kick off in a matter of weeks. And also, I will be giving you the latest from Samuel Eto'o's fine by CAF, and of course the stories from the Nigerian Premier Football League. In the world of the Olympics, in the world of a footballer from the local and the foreign scene, it is match day live in the Euros as the quarterfinals is set to kick off today. Actions will definitely go down between Spain and Germany, and of course France and Portugal. All of these are the in-swingers. I will be letting you know live on the show. Yes, today I will be riding solo. Yes, I will be riding solo in the studio. But come on, I've got you, my dear listeners. So, despite my guys have been absent, trust me to always be here to give you the best of sports. I know you are ready for me. Come on, tune at the audio level of your radio up. Invite your friends. Let other passengers in the vehicle, if you are in the vehicle, let them enjoy what you are enjoying at the moment. And when it's time to open my phone lines, I will definitely get you involved. I want to take as many calls as possible. Today is Friday. Yes, the TGIF edition. Thank God it's Friday. And also the edition where fans get to call in and win something for yourself. Simple. Give us the predictions of the games later tonight between Spain and Germany in the Euros, and Portugal and France. Take any game of your choice, predict the scoreline, and you will definitely win live on the show. Now take the number. When it's time to open my phone line, I will take your call, but for now I take the number. The number to call in on the show live is 0808 312 8618. Once again, the number is 0808 312 8618. That is the number you can call in. But for our WhatsApp line, if you want to send a WhatsApp message, you want to give us a WhatsApp call, or preferably for you want to do a WhatsApp voice note, it is simple. The number is 0700 010 961 961. 0700 010 961 961. That is the number you can send your WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice call, or WhatsApp voice note. Just so you know as well, we are currently streaming live on our YouTube handle. Feel free to connect to us on our YouTube page. Do well to like, share, comment as well, and we will definitely read your comment. And yes, you can also subscribe, very importantly, yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will continue to enjoy all the best of sport. The address is Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Abuja. That is VOP 961 FM Abuja. And you will be connected to me live on the show. On Radio Garden, it is still the same handle. Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja, VOP 961 Abuja. You can start dropping your message, yes, on YouTube, WhatsApp, text message, and I will definitely take your message. You can start sending it right about now. Give me the prediction between Spain against Germany or Portugal against France. Take any country and predict the scoreline, and you will definitely win a prize. All right, so let's begin the show properly from the local scene. From the local scene, I know you would definitely love the story, but this is what it is. The NFF is in the news. Nigeria is in the news, but this time for the wrong reason. How would you feel if I tell you that the NFF have been accused of misappropriating $21 million FIFA grant fee? Yes, FIFA funds. $21 million. Come close. This is the revelation. The chairman, Professional Football Association of Nigeria Task Force, Harrison Jala, has charged the Nigerian Football Federation to account for the FIFA funds the body received from 2014 to 2024. Jala, in a statement yesterday, said the World Football Body handed the NFF a total of 21.1 million naira in grants in 10 years, alleging that the money was misappropriated. He stated, what happens to these funds from FIFA and CAF between 2014 to 2024? Now, this is Jala telling the NFF, or rather accusing them, by asking them to provide accounts between 2014 to 2024, a total over $21.1 million, I beg your pardon now, not in naira, in dollars. Now, he said that the country received $8.6 million in 2014 for the FIFA World Cup. The money came in the form of grant. Now, he went further to reveal that in the 2018 World Cup that was hosted in Russia, to which Nigeria, that is the Super Eagles, qualified, they were given $10 million. And a FIFA-assisted program grant in 2015 amounting to $2.5 million. Now, he's asking the NFF, what happened to this money? He went further to say that that money disappeared into thin air and translated into huge debts, outstanding hotel bills and outstanding match bonuses to the Super Eagles players, the Super Falcons, and all strata of the national teams and coaches. No wonder the likes of Gennett Roar, the likes of Jose Pesero, we are hold salaries for months. The players crying over their match allowances, match bonuses, winning bonuses, not just to the Super Eagles, but also to the Super Falcons, to the Flamingos, to the Falconet, to the Golden Eaglet, to the Flying Eagles, from the under-20 to the under-17, all these different stratas of our football bodies, they are all being owed. And yet, the NFF are receiving money from FIFA, from CAF. Now, that is not all. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. He went further to reveal that without diligent probing how the NFF found itself in this financial mess, the Honorable Minister of Sports, Senator John Eno, convinced President Tinubu to release an intervention fund of 12 billion naira. Now, let me say this. I personally interviewed the Minister of Sports, Senator John Eno, during one of his press briefing with sport journalists at the media center of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Now, during the interview, he did mention that was when the team came back from Ghana after the All-African Games that ended in Ghana about 2 months back. He had to host us and I was there. And we asked the question concerning this intervention fund when he started speaking about his strides, his achievements with the sport ministry and all. And he permit me guys, he categorically said that it was 12 billion naira that they had to beg the presidency to release. But then they also had to plead with the presidency to augment the amount, and it was increased from 12 billion naira to 17 billion naira of intervention fund. Up till today, these monies have not been given to the Super Eagles in full, as well as the Super Falcons in full, as well as the coaches and other age grade competition. He said that the president graciously approved the amount, but even as I'm talking to you guys, this money has been misappropriated, and only 2 of the outstanding match bonuses and allowances have been paid. That is only 2 months. The rest, the players are still in limbo. Jamal Ajala, beg your pardon, lamented that despite receiving other grants from the world body, the NFF had no projects to show for this money that they have been receiving every year. Now, by January 2026, NFF will receive $18 million from 3 circles of FIFA Forward program with no tangible projects on ground. Plus, the steady FIFA annual grants to all its 211 members and CAF grants to all its 54 members. The recent CAF grant for the 2023 African Cup of Nations is estimated to about $7 million. But for Nigeria, there is no project, no new stadium, no refurbishment of the old stadiums, no renovation, no nothing. But countries like Rwanda, countries like Tanzania, countries like Seychelles, countries like Burundi, countries like Kenya, Zimbabwe, I don't want to mention countries like Senegal, Morocco, Egypt, Ghana, South Africa. I do not want to mention those countries because without the CAF money, without the FIFA intervention funds, this country have gone far. When it comes to paying their coaches, making sure that match day bonus allowances for their age grade teams have all been cleared and nobody's coming out to say they're owing them salary. I do not want to talk about those countries because those countries know how football is being run and played. But they are still receiving FIFA grants money to which they are building stadiums, making strides, paying their coaches, paying their players. Some of them have over 157 stadiums scattered all over their countries. But for Nigeria, what do we have? I am not happy as a sport journalist. It hurts when you know that these are monies that is being released year after year. But yet, you see an NFF rushing to the government every now and then asking for money. The other time, it was the Minister of Sport that he jokingly said that Nigerians, that are lovers of football, should contribute money in order to pay a foreign coach that they are intending to hire. For him to conceive that and say that, it really, really spells a lot. This is revelation indeed. He went for the. I'm still dwelling on this story because when you call in, guys, when you make a contribution, I want you to tell me what you feel. He went for that to say, okay, let's leave the billions of naira from corporate sponsorship and appropriation by the National Assembly through the federal accounts between 2014 to 2024. He said, no, let's leave those ones. That means the National Assembly have been releasing money. Corporate sponsors have also been releasing money. Let's not talk about that one for now. The retired footballer also described the NFF quest for a foreign coach for the Super Eagles as a disgraceful expenditure. Why? This is what he meant. He says the 10 years of long-term planning should be more than sufficient to develop a robust technical department to upgrade Nigerian coaches for national teams assignment. With the right people in charge of our football in Nigeria, a country that was once ranked 5th best in the entire world, Nigeria should by now be the hub and center for the training and development of African countries, not Europe and not South America. The technical departments of the top football federations are commercially viable subsectors because they generate revenue. A fraction of the grants from FIFA and CAF between 2014 to 2024 is more than sufficient to establish a robust and commercially viable technical department that would have upgraded a good number of indigenous coaches for our national teams. It's a big shame for a country like Nigeria to be talking about hiring a foreign coach in 2024. He ends his statement. Guys, this is where we are. This is shameful. This is painful. This is revealing. I was trying to get the former football international and the chairman of Professional Football Association of Nigeria Task Force, Aris Njala. I tried getting him live on the show, but due to circumstances and all, it was unavailable. But I promise us, guys, tomorrow, hopefully, he joins me on the show Sports Soccer Board between 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. We will be having him live on the show. Hopefully, I would tend to bring him live on the show for you, Abuja. You know how we do it. We love to bring in personalities. We love to bring in guests. We love to bring in the creme de la creme on the show for them to have their go. So, guys, tell me, what do you think? How do you fancy this revelation? All right, away from that story, let's move on to the next as I wait your call on 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. Remember that it is the prediction show. Yes, it is a prediction day. Do well to predict the game between Spain and Germany or between France and Portugal to win yourself a fantastic prize. All right, this one says the African Soccer Ruling Body have unveiled a list of professional referees in 2024. Now, according to the list released by the football body, no Nigerian referee made the list, and none was considered for the role of instructors or a video assistant referee. Another bluff, another disappointment, another shameful story that a country like Nigeria, under the leadership of the present football president, talking about Alhaji Ibrahim Koso, we cannot boast of a single referee in the whole of Africa to be considered cleared in the year 2024. Worthy enough. Worthy enough. A total of 37 referees, including instructors, including video assistants, technicians, including CAF staffs, including IT support, where we have countries like Zimbabwe, countries like Chad, countries like Rwanda, countries like Burundi, countries like Benin Republic, countries like Uganda, Somalia, Namibia, countries like Gabon, countries like Sudan, boasting of more than 1, 2, 3 referees. But Nigeria, none. A list of 20 referees, 6 instructors, 4 CAF staff, and 1 IT support. No Nigerian was found worthy enough to be shortlisted. The report suggests that there will be undergoing courses over 3 months, and it will be on a payroll of the football body. Yes, they will be paid by the football body, and yet again, no Nigerian. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. Of course, your guess. Today's shows happen to be more of a disappointment lamentation from our football in particular. Now, let's move away from that and talk about the draw that was done yesterday. A Benin Republic head coach, a former coach of the Super Eagles, Coach Kenneth Roa, is speaking. Now, he's optimistic that the Squirrels can beat the Super Eagles again. You see? If they can do it before, they can do it again. That is what Coach Kenneth Roa believes. The Squirrels claimed a famous 2-1 victory over Nigeria in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers last month. The two countries were drawn again in the same group for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers on Thursday. Roa, who managed the Super Eagles for 6 years, is adamant his team have what it takes to record another victory against the 3 times African champions. Kenneth Roa was caught saying this. He says it's a difficult draw because there's Nigeria again, and we have Rwanda, an adversary that we know well and of whom we are wary. There is also Libya, who have a good team. It will be a difficult trip there. Roa was quoted by his official, by the Benin Republic official website. Another reunion with Nigeria, he says, that's going to be 3 more games with them, including the upcoming second leg, that is at the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He said it will be a reunion and a very good time. But we gain confidence and we know we can beat them. Yes, they have done it before. And I believe they can do it again. Now, Rwandan head coach Torsten Frank Splittler has revealed to the he has reacted to the draws that was conducted yesterday. He went for that to say that even though the Amavubi are drawn in a tough-looking group with Nigeria, Benin Republic, and Libya, they have also reached the FIFA 2026. They are also in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying group together with Nigeria and Benin Republic. Yes, Rwanda, they are also in our group. Splittler expressed his disappointment with the outcome of the draw, citing the reason that though the two teams have been drawn in the same World Cup qualifying group, but they are playing in the same World Cup qualifiers. We know that, but it is what it is. He says that the gaffer was quoted by the official website of the Rwanda Football Federation. Yes, the AFCON 2025 qualifiers will kickstart in September with the Super Eagles starting their qualification campaign against Libya. But Coach Splittler believes that the team can go all the way. Just so you know, Rwanda and Benin Republic, they are presently ahead of the Super Eagles in the group. The Super Eagles are yet to play Rwanda. Yes, they will play them sometimes in March 2025. That's for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. But this man believes that they can defeat Nigeria. Seems every country believe they can beat Nigeria regardless. This is really, really funny. As much as it is funny, but Nigeria, we have brought ourselves this low, where any country and every country believe they can easily defeat us. And finally, from the local scene, let me let you know that the Super Falcons head coach, Coach Randy Baldron, is optimistic his sides will make it beyond the group stage at the 2024 Olympic Games. The 9-time African champions are drawn in the top group with Brazil, former world champions Japan, and the reigning world champions Spain. Drawing inspiration from their side impressive outcome of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, Waldron insists his team can scale through the tough hurdle. He says, I think this one will be a special group. We have shown our quality against some of the best teams in the world at the World Cup, and hopefully we will do the same in the Olympics. The American named a squad for the competition this week. He stated that he's delighted with the direction the team is going. He said, I love the direction we are headed. I think now, after a tough start there, I think they will have their heads in front. And I think we are headed in a good direction. He says, I think there's a lot of upcoming talents as we start to move some of the older players out after the Olympics and bring some young talent in. I think we can accomplish great things in the next future. So it's all about bringing new talented players, younger players, and letting the old one fizzle out gradually. So Nigeria's first game will be against Brazil. It will come up at the Stade Bordeaux on the 25th of July before confronting Spain on the 28th of July. And then their final group game will be against Japan come the 31st of July. So guys, are you confident that we, the Super Falcons, can defeat Brazil, can get good results against Spain, and then do the damage against Japan? Do you think that we can go all the way to win? Let me hear your thoughts on 0700 010 961 961. 0700 010 961 961. Let me hear you on your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Coach General is saying the right thing? Do you think that we stand a chance of qualifying from that special group like he did put it? Let me know your take on that. And also, don't forget, we are taking our prediction on the games that will be going down later today in the Euros. Predict correctly between the game of Spain and Germany, and the game between France and Portugal. And finally, before we jet out of the studio and go pay some commercial, go take a break and pay a commercial bills, let's take this story. This one says, ahead of the camping exercise, Nigeria, the Tigers, have arrived in Germany to commence preparations for the women's basketball tournament in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. The Nigerian side is placed in a difficult group alongside Canada, Australia, and host country France. According to the update from Germany, Ame Okonkwo promised Amukamara, and we also have Nicole Eniobasi, not forgetting Tomi, Taiwo, Lauren Ebo, Solapo, and Musa, and of course others players. They have touched down in the Saarbrücken, Germany, to start the training. The Tigers is arriving in the games aiming to make history. Yes, that is a plan. Do well in the competition, and of course make the country proud. Create history for yourself and give us a good representation. So they have finally touched down Germany in Saarbrücken, and they will start a preparation and camping immediately. Alright, let me go on this commercial break. When I return, more loading on the show, but this time from the foreign scene. Don't touch your dial. Spot Lounge, we'll be right back. All right, so welcome back to the second half of the Sports Show, Sports Lounge, reaching you live from the studio of Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Yes, my name is Franklin Imona. That is what Mama calls me, but you know me as Uncle Fineball. Why? Because I am the finest uncle talking sport in the capital city and beyond. Feel free to call me the sports chef because I love dishing sports stories hot and spicy, just the way you like it. The phone line that you can start sending your message, talking about a WhatsApp message, WhatsApp call, or WhatsApp voice notes. My phone line is officially open. Yes, it's been open. It's been open. But yes, in the second half of the show, it is officially open. The studio line on WhatsApp is 0700 010 961 961 070 0010 961 961. That is 0700 070 961 961. That's on WhatsApp. But on the studio line, that is the one you can reach me with your call directly right on the show. It is 0808 312 8618. 0808 312 8618. That is the line that you can reach me live on the show with your calls. Guys, so when you call, try to wrap up your thought in a minute. Yes, 60 seconds so we can take as many calls as possible. Yes, keep the calls on just in a minute. Yes, in a minute. If you cannot exhaust all your contribution in 1 minute, you can call me back. Yes, you can call back again, but let's see how we can wrap this up in just a minute. 60 seconds. That's all we've got. And with this, I say, come, let's go over to the foreign scene. And from the foreign scene, let's move over now to the Euros. Was the latest in the Euros. Let me let you know that UEFA have decided to fine England midfielder Jude Bellingham over his X-rated gesture after scoring in the 2-1 win over Slovakia. In the Euros round of 16, Bellingham had also been given a match suspension. Yes, he has been suspended for a game. The Real Madrid star made a livid gesture after his dramatic late equalizer and insisted afterwards that it was just an insane joke. Come on, Jude Bellingham, you should know better. UEFA, in their statement on Friday, that is earlier today, have announced that they have decided to fine the English Football Association player Jude Bellingham over €30,000 and suspend him for a total of one UEFA competition match, which means he could be otherwise eligible for violating the basic rule of decent conduct. Say the suspension is not immediately enforced and is subject to a probation period of 1 year starting from the date of the present decision. What this simply means is Jude Bellingham, in a space of 1 year, he will serve the match ban. That means he can still be eligible for England against Switzerland in the quarterfinals tomorrow. That means between when the punishment was given, that is today, and in the next 1 year, that is on the 5th of July 2025, it will be 1 year. So he can select any game he would like to miss in a space of 1 year. Any game under the UEFA competition, that is countries, not club. Countries. So Jude Bellingham can decide to sit out a friendly game, sit out maybe the World Cup qualifying game. since it is under UEFA, he has the right to select any game he would like to miss. So it is a win-win situation for Jude Bellingham, but just know that it's going to serve that match ban, and that means he will not be available for any England game in the next 1 year, but just one game. Now, still talking about players being fined for wrong behavior, Turkish defender Maria Demirai has been given a 2-match ban for making an ultra-nationalist salute during his country's Euros 2024 win against Austria. Demirai, who is 26 years of age, scored both Turkish goals as they defeated Austria by 2-1 to end a quarter-final spot against the Netherlands later tomorrow, being Saturday. The Al Ahly defender celebrated his second goal with a wolf salute, a gesture associated with the far-right extremist group by Grey Wolves. We hear that these Grey Wolves, they are linked with the Turkish ruling coalition party, that the National Movement Party. Yes. Such a kind of a gesture is not acceptable according to UEFA, so he has been banned for 2 games. The Marida said the salute, which is banned in Austria and France, was pre-planned in case he scored in the last 16 tie. Ooh, that means it wasn't a mistake. What it simply means is that he personally, and perhaps other of his teammates, they have planned, they have made up their mind that this particular celebration, they are going to use it if and when they score. So it is what it is. He was charged by UEFA, that is the European footballers governing body, for failing to comply with the general principle of conduct, for violating the basic rule of decent conduct, for using sport events for manifestations of a non-sporting nature, and for bringing the sport of football into disrepute. Jude Bellingham is free to play in England's quarterfinals against Switzerland on Saturday after making a crotch-grabbing gesture. I did say that earlier. A crotch-grabbing gesture as he celebrated scoring in the last 16 tie. But as for Demirai, he has been given 2 games of suspension. Which of the games he will miss, UEFA didn't tell us, but what it simply means is that he will not be available for his country's games in the next round. Still talking about the Euros. Let me let you know that Kylian Mbappe have come out to express himself by saying it will be an honor playing against Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. Kylian Mbappe said that it will be an honor to play against his boyhood hero Cristiano Ronaldo when France and Portugal meet in the quarterfinals of the Euros of 2024 later today in Hamburg. He says, and I quote, "It's an honor. Everybody knows about my admiration for Cristiano. But growing up, Kylian Mbappe famously decorated his bedroom with pictures of Ronaldo and was introduced to the Portuguese superstars at a Real Madrid training ground when the Spanish club tried to sign him as a young star." But then he went for that to say, "I've got to know him over time. We are still in contact. He still tries to follow my career." Ronaldo, who is 39 years of age and now playing a club football in Saudi Arabia, had admitted that the European Championship is set to be his last, which means Mbappe could knock him out of the competition for the final time. Mentor and mentee slugging it out later tonight at 8 p.m. Ronaldo says, "Look, after now, I will not be playing in the Euros ever again. This is my last tournament. Will this game be his last game? And will Kylian Mbappe finally be the man to knock Cristiano Ronaldo out of this competition? Only time will tell. Remember that France and Portugal played in the Euros 2016 finals, where Portugal ran away with a 1-0 win, courtesy of a certain Eder goal in extra time. Eder came in as a substitute and he scored the winning goal after Cristiano Ronaldo was substituted early in the first half due to a knock he got in that game and could not continue. All right, so we hear that the lineup for the game is already out. That's the lineup between Spain and Germany. Yes, host nation. Let me quickly rule out the lineup for you. Yes, if I can. Yes, for Spain, they will be slugging it out with a 3-2-3-1 formation. A 4-3-2 formation. I beg your pardon, guys. Please forgive me. Yes, 4-2-3-1 formation. We are Unai Simon will be the designated goalkeeper for this match. The back four defensive lineup for Spain have the likes of Dani Cavallada playing from the right back, Robin Linemon. Yes, Robin Linemon will be playing as a centre back. He will be partnering with a certain America Laporte, and Marc Cucurella will be playing from the left back position. In the defensive part of the midfield, we have the likes of Manchester City's Rodri, and he will be partnered with Fabian Ruiz. As for the midfielders up front, we have Barcelona youngster Lamine Yamal, as well as Pedri and Atletico Bilbao Nico Williams. Up front is Alvaro Morata. As for Germany, they will be playing at the same formation, just as Spain playing with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Yes, a 4-2-3-1 formation. In the defense lineup is ever-present Manuel Neuer. And in the defensive lineup, we have the likes of David Raum. David Raum will be playing from the left side of the defense lineup, while Jonathan Tah and Antonio Rudiger will be the centre-backs. Right back will be Joshua Kimmich. Anthony Cruz and Emre Can will be playing in the defensive department in the midfield. Leroy Sané, Ike Gundogan, and Jamal Musiala will be the midfielders up front, while Kai Havertz have been saddled with the responsibilities to get the goals for Germany. 5 p.m. is the kickoff time. Exactly 10 minutes. Yes, these two nations will be filing out. Let me hear your contribution. Let me hear your prediction. 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618. That is the number you can call me live on the show. Why on WhatsApp? It is 0700 010 961 961. 0700 010 961 961. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the show.
Hello?
Good evening, and welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Hello? We can hear you. Go on, caller. We can hear you.
Hello?
Wow, we can hear you. Go on. Good evening. Oh, it seems that the network is really acting up. But don't be discouraged. Keep trying. It is 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
We can hear you. Good evening.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, caller.
Can you hear me?
Fantastic. I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh wow, perhaps you should change your location and see if you can call us back. We can hear you, but so sad you can't hear us from your other end. Alright, so let's move to other sports. Still talking football, we heard that Marco Materazzi has given his view on the Scudetto race for the 2024-2025, but maintains that Romelu Lukaku would regret having left Inter and might not do well with Antonio Conte at Napoli. We hear that the fixtures for the 2024-2025 Serie A has been released, and Marco Materazzi is speaking concerning Romelu Lukaku, the 2006 World Cup winner, spoke to reporters at the presentation event for the new Serie A season as the fixtures was made known earlier this morning. The former defender has never been shy in his criticism of Lukaku, nor in him reminding everyone his own stature as a die-hard Inter Milan supporter. So he could not wait to go up and stud with the Chelsea striker. He's saying that Lukaku will be a flop if he makes that move and join Napoli, advising Antonio Conte not to look the way of Romelu Lukaku at all. That is not looking like a player that will do well for Napoli. All right, away from that, let's move over now to the Copa America as Argentina defeated Ecuador by 4-2. Ecuador, yes, by 4-2 on penalties to qualify for the semifinals of the Copa America. Lionel Messi, who was the first to step up for the penalties, missed his effort, but Emiliano Martinez, one man that was able to put away 3 penalties, he made 2 saves in the shootout following a 1-0 draw in regulation time. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Fine.
Fantastic. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you. My name is Evidence Emmanuel.
Evidence Emmanuel.
Yeah, how's your work going?
Work is fantastic. Let's hear you.
What about your colleague, Mr. J?
Mr. J is unavoidably absent. He was unable to join me today.
Okay,
but it's fine.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay, talking about our Nigeria project, this NFF. From the board, you see all those people, those technical director, the president, the secretary, also, even the boss, even the journalists there, the sports representative there, all of them, they need to sack all of them. Strike a new board to take over this NFF.
Wow.
Because people of it, this money will keep at their children. One, we will not see any evidence that they use it. We will not see any important things that they use that money to do. You will not see it. That was the need of them being there. They just been there sharing money with themselves.
Wow.
Since 2014 up to now, over $21 million, they can't account of it. And talking about Copa America, I'm so happy for Argentina.
Okay.
Yesterday night, when I was seeing the match, I was like, this could be the last appearance of Leo Messi. But thanks to Lautaro Martinez, the Argentine goalkeeper that saved us yesterday, I'm so happy. And I'm seeing Argentina retaining this title and seeing they're winning the back-to-back.
All right. Can we get your prediction?
For the Euros,
yeah.
I think the German Spain. I'm not good in predicting, but this Spain Germany is going to end 0-0. 0-0. Then you will take it. They'll go to extra time. In extra time, anybody can win.
You're trying to play safe. You're trying to play safe evidence.
Thank you very much. And for the Spain and France and Portugal.
Yes.
This will be the end of Mr. Cry.
Wow, Mr. Cry.
This will be the end of Mr. Cry. That is Cristiano Ronaldo, the cry.
Evidence. All right, so please wrap up. Oh wow, and it drops the call at 0808 312 8618 0808 312 8618. Keep your comments in just 1 minute. Hello, good evening and welcome to the show.
Hi, boy.
That is my name.
It's Mohammed Abdullahi from Garki inside Old Trafford.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Mohammed.
Thank you. So, some people just put another name for Ronaldo, Mr. Cry.
You can imagine.
My brother, I know that he cried for the purpose reason. And that reason was so violent, my brother. So, I think anyone that see that cry, he cried because of his country, because of the love that his fans show it to him, the country show it to him, and his teammate. That's the reason why he's crying. That losing that penalty, assuming they are open a win the penalty. All the blame is going to be on him because he's the one that carry it in his head. So that is how I respect legend. So that cry didn't take in as anything, my brother. And I wish Portugal all the best by 2-1 tonight. And Germany by Spain. Spain is going to win by 2-1.
Absolutely.
And Copa America, I think it's a nice one that the keeper of Argentina saved Argentina team yesterday, including Lionel Messi. But I believe, I pray, Argentina can retain this cup, my brother, this Copa America. So I wish you all the best.
Wishing them all the best.
Thank you so much, fine boy.
Thank you, Mohammed, all the way from Gariki. All right, so let's take this message from our WhatsApp page. This one says, good evening, Sport Praised. Uncle Fine Boy. This is Franklin from Area 1. Talking about the NFF, the misappropriation of funds saga is not coming as a surprise. You see, all these players clashing with coaches is a reflection of the board. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see light at the end of any tunnel. Wow, Franklin being brutal on this one. As for the Euros, he went ahead to predict. He says Germany would take the day against France, against Spain by 2-1. And France is beating Portugal by 2-0. Oh, wow. All your predictions have been noted. Yes, it has been taken. And hopefully it goes your way. And then you win your special prize. Still talking about the Copa America. Ecuador turned up at the pressure in the second half and it paid off at a corner at a corner on the R mark. When the cross was deflected into Rodrigo de Paul's hand and the referees immediately pointed to the sport. Skipper Ena Valencia stepped up and sent Martinez the wrong way, but Ecuador's top scorer saw his effort come off the post before Argentina defender Cristiano Romero blocked the shot for the rebound. It was Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez that gave Argentina the lead in the first half before Ecuador equalized late in the second half. No goals could separate this team, and it went into penalty shootout. Lionel Messi missed his first spot kicks, but his teammates were able to convert their remaining 4 and they defeated Ecuador by 4-2. And before we jet out of the studio, let me tell you that Chelsea have confirmed a deal for a certain Chinonso Chibueze as he left the club to join the Championship side Stoke City. The Premier League West London club has disclosed that in a statement on their website. Chinonso Chibueze, I beg your pardon, had left Chelsea and has completed a move to a Championship side at Stoke City. At least Chelsea are selling; they are not buying alone. And over to the world of tennis, and the Murray thanked Wimbledon organizers for an emotional farewell ceremony after his final appearance began with a defeat alongside older brother Jimmy in the men's double. The two-time single champions is playing at the All England Club for the last time before retiring later this year. And Murray has been knocked out in his final Wimbledon match, but he could not go all the way. And in other games, Jasmine Piolini reached the Wimbledon fourth round for the first time by impressively defeating Bianca Andreescu. The French Open finalists are seeded 7-1, 7-6, 7-4, 6-1 under the roof in the court 1. Unfortunately, this is where I'll drop anchors on the show. I will be back at same time next week. Keep listening to Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the messages to our callers and those that predicted. I'm sincerely grateful. Hopefully, you will win if the scoreline goes your way. I will be back on the show, Sports Soccer Ball. The time at 3 p.m. down to 6 p.m. 3 hours, I beg your pardon, of a hot sports extravaganza that will be coming your way. Of course, I'll be having some guests in the studio to join me tomorrow. 3 p.m. is the time. Until then, keep listening to Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Abuja, from me to you, I'm done and I'm gone. God bless, no stress. Adios.